afternoon. I'm gonna do the first word of the cross, taken from Luke 23, verse 34. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. That demonstrates forgiveness. Jesus, in the midst of immense physical and emotional suffering, chooses to intercede for those who are crucifying him. This act of forgiveness exemplifies his divine love and mercy, showing that even in the face of betrayal, cruelty, and injustice, he extends grace rather than condemnation. It reflects the core of Jesus' teachings on forgiveness as seen in passages like Matthew 5:44. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. It also shows us the intersection of Jesus' humanity. By addressing God as Father, Jesus emphasizes his intimate relationship with God and his role as an intercessor for humanity. He pleads for forgiveness on behalf of his executioners, highlighting his role as the mediator between God and mankind. He also talks, intercedes for us in our ignorance of the offenders, the ignorance of those who were the offenders. The phrase, for they do not know what they are doing, acknowledges the ignorance of those who crucified him. They did not fully understand the gravity of their actions or recognize Jesus as the Messiah. This ignorance does not absolve them of guilt, but underscores the need for divine forgiveness. It also reflects the broader human condition of spiritual blindness and the need for God's grace to overcome it. It is also the fulfillment of prophecy. This act of forgiveness fulfills Old Testament prophecies about the Messiah's role as a suffering servant who intercedes for transgressors. For example, Isaiah 53:12 states, he bore the sin of many and made intercession for the transgressors. He's also a model for believers. Jesus' prayer serves as a model for believers, encouraging them to forgive others, even in the face of personal suffering or injustice. It challenges followers to embody the same radical forgiveness and love that Jesus demonstrated. While Jesus specifically prays for those involved in his crucifixion, the prayer can be seen as extending to all humanity. It underscores the universal need for forgiveness and the boundless nature of God's mercy. It also reveals, it's a revelation of God's character. This statement reveals the heart of God as one of compassion, mercy, and forgiveness. It shows that God's desire is not to condemn, but to reconcile humanity to himself through Jesus. In summary, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing, encapsulates Jesus' mission of redemption, his teaching on forgiveness, and his divine love for humanity. It is a powerful reminder of the grace available to all, even in the moments of profound sin and ignorance. This is my own little understanding of the first word. Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. So even in his time of pain and agony and everything he was going through, he was still there interceding for us. So this is just to tell us to follow his footsteps and try our very best to be as forgiving as we possibly can, because Christ did that for us, and that is why we follow him and call ourselves Christians. So this ends the first reading of the word, the first word.
Amen.
Amen.